Are you rolling? You recording?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. Today we're in beautiful Delray Beach, Florida. And if you're working a 9 to 5 in the creative industry, I'm gonna show you exactly how I mapped out breaking out of that 9 to 5 cycle and turning my full-time job into a retainer client so I can build out the business.
Cool.
Here's the production assistant / BTS filmer for today, Layla. That's why if the angles are getting crazy, it's because she's out of control. So today we're doing a podcast inside of this building here. So once we get upstairs, I'll kind of show you the setup and everything that we are rocking. But we got
You're gonna put this on
a couple.
YouTube.
I'm gonna put it on YouTube. Yeah, we got a couple lights inside of this case here. And we got all of our cameras, lenses, and grip equipment here. And then we have our audio bag here. This has all of our microphones and cables.
What is it like?
Excuse me, can you stop? Can you stop? Can you stop, please? Okay. And we got all of our stands, light modifiers, and everything right in here. Man, I'll tell you what, this case, I'm gonna talk about this case for just a second. Because I had a $40 Amazon case forever. This thing was about 300 bucks. It's made by Tenba. Well, total game changer. I have 3 tripods, 2 light stands, 2 light modifiers, and a bunch of other stuff in here, all in this hard case. It's got wheels. It's excellent. Oh, and newest edition, thanks to Jared Phelps, I got the, oh my gosh, and it doesn't fit. Oh no, it doesn't fit. I got the wrong one. Oh wait. Wait. Oh no, it doesn't fit. I got the wrong one. And I threw out the bag and everything. Oh man. Well, I was gonna use this grip and gaff thing for the roller cart, but guess I'm not. So we got everything on the rock and roller cart, nice and easy. We can reel this inside, into the elevator, and into the studio. To be able to wheel an entire mobile podcast setup right on this cart. Clutch.
What for? Oh, this is where you film all your people things. Like that I actually like. Do you film this way? Do you film
Okay, so this is the space. This is really cool. It's just a small office, but this, yeah, you can sit there. This client wasn't using this office, so they took some time, effort, and did a nice little design. So we got the plants, we got the sound dampening. It's all carpet, so there's no echo in here, which is really great. And then I have a desk here, which I'll put my computer so I can monitor and control for the cameras. I'll have my audio stuff over here, so let's get set up. Love this case. See what's inside here. 1, 2 soft boxes. 1, 2 light stands. 1, 2, 3 tripods. Got a cell phone stand. I'm gonna use this here. Got a stinger. And, oh, the bongo ties. If you don't have a bag of these, you need them. So here's the lighting kit. Just a really affordable, reliable kit. We got Nanlite 300. It's the only 300 watt light that you can get for like $200 that doesn't have like a ballast like that. It's literally just got the cord. So it is a bigger light, but I like the fact that it doesn't have a ballast. It's just the cord. And then we got the trusty 200X. And an extension cord because we're going to plug our cameras in. So got all that inside of that Pelican case. Here's a quick look inside of this Pelican case. We have the A7 IV. I used to do a lot of photography, so I had this camera. It does video just as well as it does photo. It's a great hybrid camera, so I keep it in the kit. And you know, it's a 3-camera podcast, so we have the FX3 and the FX30. So I also have the FX6. So I used to do the FX6, FX3, and the A7 IV, which again, you can get them all to look kind of similar in post, but this is just so compact. Like I have everything in here that I need. See, there was like what, two cases, the stand case, and then the audio bag for everything I need for a full podcast setup. And then for lenses, we got 24-70, we have an 85, we have the 16-35 because we'll do a wide shot, and then we have the Tamron 28-75. So just depends on the room and where we're at. I got the top handle, a battery, monitor, which I won't use, headphones, and then all the extras. Dude wipes, obviously, don't go anywhere without the dude wipes. Got some tools in here, cables, ND filters, oil sheets. Gotta have the oil sheets in your kit if you don't. Come in clutch. I got a little blower. I got some microphone and some other stuff in there.
You want me to say hi?
You rolling?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Turn the camera on. Tell the people yourself.
Hi, my name is Layla.
Okay, so the whole reason that you came here, why you clicked on the video, let's talk about this. So I worked for this company, this building that we're in here, full-time for 3 years inside of the marketing department. I did photo, video, social media, graphic design, some web stuff, light web stuff, and a slew of other tasks. After a couple years, you know, I was just, and this was also post-COVID, so obviously crazy time. We needed some stability for the family, you know, I just got to a point where I was like, man, I just want to make videos. I want to make videos. I don't want to do all these other things that I'm doing, you know. So your hands are getting tired. So basically what I did was I kind of sat down with my boss, and, you know, granted, I worked full-time for this company for 3 years, so we had a really good relationship, and I was a good employee. I hustled, I did my work on time, I was, you know, fun to be around, and just all around, you know, just tried to be a good human being. And when the time came, you know, for my 3-year review, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna swing for the fences here. Instead of asking for a raise, I'm gonna say, hey, would you guys be interested in me working as a contractor instead of an employee? So instead of me, you know, working here full time inside the marketing department, could I just do the video and photography work that you guys need? And then I can kind of, you know, continue to build my business, because I was building the business as I was working there full time. Yeah, so when I had that review and kind of presented this option to them, they were pretty open-minded to it. Like I said, we already kind of had a good relationship. They liked the work that I was doing. And I think when you work for a larger company like that, they're always going to need video and photo work. So for them, it's probably a little bit easier to just retain someone's services than to hire someone each time they need something. And also another thing is, because I was already like embedded into the company, the workflow, their systems, and kind of all that stuff put together, it was a very easy transition, and it just worked, right? So it just made sense for both parties, you know. And the other thing is, when it comes to the money aspect of it, you know, I was making a salary, you know, whatever that was. I'll tell, you know, I wouldn't want to put it out there, like, you know, publicly, but if anybody wants to know what the salary was versus what the retainer is, just send me a DM on Instagram. I would love to just kind of chat privately, but for the company's, sake, like, I personally don't care. I don't want to put it out there, online. But if you want to know, just message me on Instagram and I'll share it with you one-on-one. But it just worked for both parties because it was actually a little bit, obviously the retainer, the monthly marketing retainer is much less than a salary of a full-time employee. So kind of just made sense for both parties. Now, that's kind of the shortened, abridged version of it. There are other things that went into the decision, and other there was a lot of communication back and forth. There was a lot of talking. I was working with a coach at the time who kind of helped me map it all out. So there are a lot of different things that go into it, but that's the shortened, abridged version about how it happened. I think another important thing to remember is most creatives, if you're a younger person out there and you're just like saying to yourself, like, hey, I just want to get started with video. I'm just going to start my own company. I'm just going to, dive in, do this and do that. I think there's an important piece of the puzzle that sometimes people miss, especially in today's day and age, is that it's okay to work for someone else for some time, right? Like, the path to starting your own thing, starting your own business, it isn't always just starting your own business. I think most people, when they think of working for someone else, they're like, oh, I don't want to do that. I want to be my own boss. I want to do this. I want to do that, but I think it's important to work for someone else for a couple years. And why can't I get this fucking thing to stay on? This stupid thing. Working for someone else does a lot of different things for you. I'm struggling. I'm riding the struggle bus. It's like, it's locking in, but it's not locking in. That feels okay. Oh yeah, I got these soft boxes recently. They're so small, so fast to set up. Speed. Gotta have speed. What was I saying? Oh, working for other people. I think most people just skip that step, but it allows you to do a lot of things. It allows you to have a stable income, not have to worry about where your next job is coming from. A lot of times companies will invest in education for you. Like, this company bought courses for me. A lot of times companies will buy equipment for you. They'll buy equipment for you. So there's just a lot of different benefits to working for someone before you start your own company.
Program for 7 more months after that. Mm-hmm. And then I got that attitude that the clients that I had, I hate this place, I gotta get out of here. But every time I would think about leaving, mm-hmm. I would say, well, where am I gonna go?
Where am I going?
Nobody's gonna take me in.
And if as an interventionist, if you find, I always feel like if I've done the right job, if I've done it correctly with the family in the time leading up.
Okay, so we're in between guests right now. Here's Mike's. These little mic covers are really cool. If you have a SM7B and you want to get some like branding on there. So we got the company logo. It's kind of what it looks like from where you're sitting down. We have, these little lights are great too. Those are just Govee corner lights. Really easy to control through the app. I used to put my Amaran T2Cs back there. It was such a pain. That's so much easier, and they just live there. They're like $90 each. But yeah, this is a space. I started plugging in the cameras with USB-C. It's just so much easier. We got the monitor and control app. If you don't use this app, I didn't use it for the longest time, but it is so incredible. you can control stop recording. You can change all those things in the camera. So once your angles are dialed in, it's so helpful to have this. And I think on the Mac, on the desktop, I paid $20 for it a month to have the multi-camera. And so the cameras are just on the Wi-Fi of the building. And so it's a laptop and they just pop right up. And you don't have to reconnect them every time. So every time I come here, I just turn them on, connect to the Wi-Fi, and it's all ready to go.
People in recovery and weren't, but we all had the same goals. Really a healthy, strong lifestyle.
Yeah.
And that was just a great experience for me. But here's what really concerns me about this whole CrossFit that you got, and it really upsets me.
Yeah.
You never let me, this is the first I'm here, today was the first time I heard that you owned the CrossFit. If I had known that, I probably would have through perseverance.
Just a little bit better of a close, something that I could just add into the end there. I know you're gonna love this conversation, so let's get to work.
I know you're gonna love this conversation, so let's get to work. Commercial real estate. Today our guest is Mark Cantor.
Start over.
Today our guest is Mark Cantor, a success.
You recording?
Yes.
Okay, so that's gonna wrap up the shoot. We did 2 podcasts.
I can't just.
What? You can't see me? It's okay. So we did 2 podcasts. They're about an hour long each. And we post a podcast every other week for this client. And this is actually the client that I was explaining, the 9 to 5 into the retainer. Like this is that client. So I'm actually actively working for them every month. And I worked for them for full-time 3 years. And I've been now with them on a retainer for 3 years. So 6 years total, this one relationship. And it's enabled me to do some incredible things with the company. So if you guys have any questions about how I structure out the billing and how I make this all work, just let me know. Drop them in the comments below. We can, chat privately, one-on-one, or on Instagram, whatever it is. Or if you have any questions about this podcast setup, the monitor control app, whatever it is, drop them in the comments below. See you in the next video.